hear me? All right. Well, now we're on the product. We're excited. We're going to convention, right? How many's going to convention?
Oh, me!
Who's going to convention? All right, great. So we're all excited and we're sharing our wonderful testimonies because we have 4 amazing products that are changing the lives of people all around the world. Won't you agree with me on that? It's unbelievable. I've never seen a company with products that have the results that we do. It's unbelievable. And it's such a privilege and pleasure to share with people that I love and care about, isn't it? Are you doing the same? You're sharing with your family, your neighbors, your friends. So now we're in that mode, but here's my question to you. How do you stay focused on building a business? It's easy to share a result when you've had an amazing story, right? Diabetes, lower blood sugar, lower cholesterol, acid reflux gone, depression gone. It's easy to share, but how do you stay focused in actually building a business? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So if you're serious about building a business, don't you want to get the most out of it? Don't you? I know I do. I mean, it's great. I love volunteer work. I love sharing, but don't we also want to make income? We want to make money, right? So how do we do that? All right. Did you know that most people have the potential of earning 10 times the amount they could by incorporating just a few small steps? If you could make 10 times the amount, would you incorporate a couple of steps into your business? And what if I told you that it doesn't take a lot of energy to do it? Would you try it? Okay, by the end of my next 5 minutes here, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay? All right, so the first question you've got to ask yourself, or your new distributor, is, what do I want out of my Kyani business? Is this going to be another hobby like the tens and hundreds of other network companies we've been involved with? Let's face it, most of us have been involved with another network company in our previous years, right? But how is Kyani going to be different to you today? I believe the most important question you have to ask yourself is, what do I want out of my business? Is it going to be a hobby? Am I going to be involved where I just get my products for free? Will it provide additional income, or will it replace the income that I'm currently producing? What is the answer in your life for that? What do you want Kyani to be in your life? That's the first thing you got to decide. Because a builder needs to know what kind of a building they're going to build, right? The same way a distributor needs to know what kind of a business they're going to build. Now, when you decide what you're going to do with Kyani, I believe the most important thing you can do is to share it with your spouse or your family or whatever your situation is. Because you will absolutely need the support of your family. And you're going to need the support for 3 reasons, okay? Number 1 is your family can bring you customers, right? If they understand what you're doing, and they're probably already on the product, they can bring you customers. Number 2, they can help you stay on track. But number 3, this is the most important thing, is when you share your goals and your dreams of what your Kyani business, what you anticipate it to bring, you want to keep harmony in your family, right? Because let me tell you what happens. When you get excited about the business and when people hear your story, they're going to start jumping on board, and all of a sudden you're going to start creating this momentum. It's really important to work that momentum right at that moment. Don't stop. It's hard to keep the business going, and once that momentum's going, you want to keep it going, right? And this requires sacrifice. If you're not sacrificing in your personal life, you got to question, are you really being true to what you want out of your Kyani business? Now, I'm not saying that you're your personal life, there will be times that you're going to have unbalance in your life. And that's okay. It's when you have a constant state of unbalance that you need to reevaluate, how if you want to operate your Kyani business differently. So just know that there will be seasons of unbalance, and make sure you share this with your family because you're going to need the support, and they will be more apt to support you knowing that you're going to miss the soccer game or the dinner event or whatever because you're building your business. You understand? I know it's helped me with my family. Let me tell you, my husband has been unbelievably supportive, and there is no way I'd be standing here today if I didn't have the support of my husband. And I know you all feel the same way too with your family. Okay, so how is Kyani going to fit into your life? So the first thing you want to do is you want to share this with people that can help you and support you. And the most important thing is you want to select a mentor. Because so many times we get caught up in what we're doing, and sometimes we lose focus. And in order to stay focused, you got to have a mentor. Chris Cannon is my mentor. He helps me stay on track. He makes me uncomfortable. And it's good to be uncomfortable because you're growing personally. And that's another thing you want to do. So you always want to pick your mentor, and you want to stay, have your mentor help you stay focused and on track. All right. Let's see what I'm not doing. Okay, now, in any business, you got to have a calendar. You got to have a log sheet. You got to know what you're doing for the day, right? How do you follow up if you don't have that? So make sure, buy a journal, buy a calendar, and operate your Kyani business just like you would any other business. All right. So first thing you got to do is you got to set your goals. Okay? Not only do you got to set your goals, you got to write them down. The next thing you got to do is you got to have a daily routine. I've seen so many people operate their home-based business at the spur of the moment, in between dinner, in between this, in between that. You really want to develop a systematic approach to your business. Find a place in your home. If you've got a real busy, loud home, like I do at times, I go into my guest room on a little love couch, and that's where I operate my business. I turn my phone on, my computer on, I shut the door, and it's quiet, and that's what I do. And you need to find a place in your house that you can call and operate your business, okay? And you want to set a system up in home. That is the best way to be successful in the business. Otherwise, you're going to get off track and you're going to lose focus. Then you want to follow up with emails, leads, and that kind of thing. So you want to start developing a system at home. All right. So at the end of the week, you always want to evaluate the progress because, that builder, that general contractor that's building those buildings, they're going to have an inspector come by, right? That's what happens. And in the same way, you want to inspect your progress in your business. So the first thing you want to ask is how many of your goals did you complete for the week? Because you want to evaluate, are my goals realistic? Am I setting myself up to succeed and not to fail? That's really important, okay? What tasks remain uncompleted? Create a new to-do list for the following week based on your current priorities. And so this is part of your systematic approach to building your business. Now, I talked about earning 10 times more if you incorporated a few things, okay? This came out of the MBA program at Harvard, and we had interviewers ask new graduates from Harvard's MBA program and found that 84% had no specific goals at all. This is the graduating class. 13% had goals, but they were not committed to on paper. So they knew they had a goal, but they didn't write it down. 3% had clear written goals and plans to accomplish them. So 10 years later, the interviewer goes back and finds these people that graduated. And this is what they found. 13% of the class who had goals were earning on average twice as much as 84% who had no goals at all. That's pretty good, isn't it? But look at this. More staggering. The 3% who had clear written goals were earning on average 10 times as much as the other 97% put together. Now, it doesn't take a lot of effort to write down a goal, does it? And yet, you can earn 10 times the amount. Is that something you can do? I know I'm going to do it. Mike talks about that all the time. Okay, my time's out. That's it. Stay focused, guys.